Day one, approximately 5:45 a.m. I have not been particularly successful in my endeavors to sleep in this morning.
I have learned that when you say you're going to retire, the question that is invariably asked of you is, what are you going to do next? As if not working isn't the goal in of itself. I have never been a 9-to-5 person. When I say a 9-to-5 person, I mean person working a standard daily day job. Obviously, I have. I've spent half my life being a 9-to-5 person, although admittedly I do work from 6 to 3. But I've never been a person that relishes that. I hate it. I detest it. I don't have that kind of, I'm going to do this now kind of mentality. I'm skittish, ephemeral, I don't know what the word is, but a dilettante, a gadfly. No, gadfly's not right. I don't know. Anyway, but you rapidly learn you have to develop an answer. So, for those who are going to say, what are you going to do in retirement? This is my stock answer. And it's a real answer. It's as considered and as accurate as I can get. It is my intent to spend the next year, approximately, treating it as if I am on a sabbatical, with the idea that I have some creative or artistic endeavors or maybe some business ideas that I would like to explore that it is impractical to do when you are in the employ of someone else. So after a year, the finances look as if we can survive. So after a year, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? But for right now, I want to do things. I have that second book I want to write. Despite the fact that YouTube is doing its damnedest to destroy their revenue base for everyone, I still have some ideas that I would like to do there and have not had the time to put forward to it. And not that I expect that to be a particularly lucrative moneymaker or a moneymaker at all, particularly under the new guidelines. It's not really exactly about that. It's about trying, and it's about trying to make something creative in that way. But creative in the same way that I also need some sort of a goal, something that I can trying to set my sights on and say, this is the mark of success. And the mark of success would be to pull something back into the YouTube monetization system now that they've made the barrier so high. So that's, one. I'm going to go on the war on dust. I can't tell you, since we brought in Dusty the dog, how dusty this house is. And it's not helping this cough that I can't shake after being sick twice in 2 months. But I'm going on a war on dust, which means one hell of a cleanup of this house. And then we shall see. I've got, well, let's face it, it's gonna be hard going, admitting it, but I have collected a lot of crap that I don't need over the years, and I'm gonna find a way to get rid of it. Whether it's throwing it out, giving it to Goodwill, selling it on eBay, I don't know. Although eBay's screwing up their system now so that they're looking more like Amazon, so that the cheapest auction, it looks like the cheapest auction, is going to be the one that everyone sees. And then they have to drill deeper to find the other auctions for similar items. That just strikes me as a terrible idea for sellers. It's a terrible idea for sellers. It's pretty much ruining the purposes of it being an auction site. They're trying to make it more like Amazon. So people just go and go, oh, buy, yeah, okay. I don't like what they're doing. Anyway, I have decided that days are going to start not before 8 a.m. In the morning, I'm going to, if I get up before 8 a.m., I'm going to do my breakfast, and I'm going to maybe read the news or play some video games or something. And more 8 o'clock is my start out time. And part of what I'm going to be doing is keeping you up to date on what's going on. And you thought these vlogs were tedious when I was going to work. So yesterday, I'm gonna give you the rundown. I'm so sorry. Yesterday was actually not a bad day, except for a minor incident, but I'll get to that. I have begun my war on dust. If I haven't called it that already, I'm calling it that now. It's the war on dust. Dust can be named as that damn dog, Bumper. He's a cute little bugger, and he's sweet, and he's very, very personable, but man, is he a dust mob. It's 50 times worse than it's ever been in my house, because whenever he comes in, it's just a pigpen cloud. And so that's one of my many goals, is to eliminate that dust. I've got air purifiers running, and I'm just systematically dusting everything and cleaning everything up, and that involves cleaning up a lot of clutter, which unfortunately my wife and I have never exactly been the most uncluttered people in the world. But after the incident with the house, all the stuff in my office got emptied, which was the clutter room, and now that's cluttered everywhere else, and we don't have as much storage, and I've got to work on that. But then there's a lot of stuff I've got to get rid of. I've committed myself, and this is what I'm doing right now, is I'm going to make a Goodwill run. If not every day, then I'm going to make one every other day, and I'm just going to haul down stuff we're never going to use again. Stuff that I don't think I can reasonably sell for worth my effort. You can hear a rattling of junk in the back already. So we're going to stop here in a minute while I run through Goodwill as we drop off the junk. And then I'll tell you more about what I did yesterday, because of how exciting what I did yesterday was. Okay, that's done. I scraped my wheel covers against a curb just now. I'm afraid to go look. I hate scraped wheel covers, and I hate plastic wheel covers. But there you go. Yesterday, so I cleaned the table. I know, that sounds amazing, doesn't it? But I cleaned the dining room table, and that's a lot more work than you think it was, because I didn't just clean it. I took the stuff that was on it, and for the large part, I found where it went and I put it away. This is not one of those I shifted it from point A to point B kind of things. This was, with the exception of papers that I need to go through, I got everything settled down and put away. I did my insurance paperwork for work retirement, so the way this stupid system works in the United States, you have what they call qualifying life events. So really the only time you can change, unless you have really expensive health insurance, the only time you can change things like employer-sponsored health benefits or stuff covered under the American Care Act is at open enrollment, or when there's a life event. A child is born, you get married, you get divorced, you quit your job, you retire. And so this is a life event I'm transitioning from, it's still the same insurance pool, because it's, my employer was the state of Arizona, and my retirement system is the state of Arizona retirement system. And so basically I can go into a different status, but it's a life event. And the rates go up because my employer doesn't pay them anymore. So, my insurance goes, for my family, would go for from $100-some a month to $2,000 a month, which is why our healthcare system is so fucked up in this country. These stupid fucking Republicans. See, I can say that now I'm not employed. Fuck you, Republicans. That was truly felt good. The practical upstart is, though, that we have to go onto my wife's insurance. And so I had to get proof that I had retired so that they could have evidence that it was a qualifying life event, so that we could get put on her coverage, which is nowhere near as good as my old coverage was, and still 5 times as expensive. So $500 a month instead of $100-some. But nonetheless, better than $2,000, right? And we just have to suck it up. So that's, I did that. I prepared my passport renewal because my passport's expiring. I packed the garbage can because today is garbage day, and I only have the one green bin for garbage and one blue bin for recycling, and I packed them both, and they've been hauled out now, so they're empty again. But I'm worried with a whole week of cleaning, they're going to be full. I wonder if I can get a second garbage can without paying for it. I'll have to check with the city on that. Anyway, it was a productive day, but the worst part of it in my war on dust was that we have a Dyson hand vac, which we use a lot, and basically it doesn't suck. And when I say it doesn't suck, it stopped sucking. It used to suck, now it does not suck. And this is the sort of thing you want to suck. So I had to basically disassemble it. It was caked a 1/4 inch thick. Anywhere where there was an air restriction, it was caked thick with dust. And unfortunately, I breathed all that dust, and so my cough got worse instead of better yesterday, which I'm not happy about. But it's completely clean, and it sucks again. So today I can try to clog it up one more time.